So what needs to happen to ensure a smooth election process this November? Do you have any recommendations for Connecticut voters?
One of the things, and to deviate from the question just a little bit, before we started, we had been talking, and I think it's important that people understand that mail-in voting in Connecticut, anyway, has always been the absentee ballot process and continues to be the absentee ballot process. The only difference in this election from previous elections is that one of the rationale by which you're able to get an absentee ballot includes concern about COVID-19. So you have to fill out the ballot application to get the ballot. One of the things I think for anyone who's going to be using that process, the earlier you can get your vote in, the better. To the extent you're able to go to town halls, which have the drop-in ballot boxes, that way you avoid the concern that somehow they get delayed through the postal process. So I think that those would be two concerns that I would have. One, do it as early as you can, and two, if you're able to, get it to the town hall directly.
No, I think those are exactly the things that I would recommend for people who are concerned about the process. The applications can be submitted almost any time. The ballots can be completed and returned anytime after October 2nd. So, not waiting until November 2nd to ask for the ballot or put it in the mail, is important. So you have a month basically to obtain and return your ballot. And if you're concerned about the mail, the drop boxes are a convenient and handy alternative. And otherwise, if you're unable to use the mail, you basically have a month. So don't wait till the last minute and then complain that you're unsure whether it got there in time.
Right. Seems like sage advice. So lastly, on a more personal note, what method do you each plan on using to vote this November?
It's your turn to go first, Rich.
Not because I fear absentee balloting, but I plan to go there in person just because that's how I've always done it. I did that for the primary. It was a little disconcerting and lonely, to be the only person there. But, it just struck me that, I was able to do it. They were able to accommodate it. I didn't get a sticker, but I was confident that the ballot got into the machine, and, chatted with the folks there and thanked them for their efforts. So I plan to go there.
Yeah, I do as well. I also voted in person at the polling place for the most recent primary. I've never had occasion to take advantage of the absentee ballot process. When I was in college, I went to college in the same town where I lived. When I was in law school, it was the same. So I was never away during an election. So it was never any cause for me to access the absentee ballot process. And as my experience when I went to the polling place was similar to what Rich just described, there were more poll workers than there were electors. So I don't envision there being occasion where you're going to be overly concerned that there's so many people there that it might not be safe.
Thank you both very much for taking some time to chat.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.